Hi everybody, welcome back to Reading with Leon. We are going to read another big little golden book. It's called A Sleepover Visit by Jack Dale and illustrated by Tom Tierney. I love the cover with the little puppy. Have you guys ever been on a sleepover? What did you guys do on your sleepover? When we were little, we used to play pranks, like calling people, but now you can't do that because everybody has caller ID, which makes it a lot less fun. Okay, it looks like he gets in a pillow fight. Right. Today was the big day. Excuse me. Michael finished his lunch and jumped up from the table. "Don't forget to clear the dishes before you pack," Michael's mother said. Michael was going to spend the night with his friend Jim at Jim's house. It would be the very first time Michael has ever slept away from home. But first he had to do his chores. Very important to make sure you do your chores. Michael cleared the dishes from the table, and he cleared the table with a sponge. Cleaned his table with a sponge. "Thank you, sweetheart," said his mother. Michael went to his bedroom to pack his clothes. He put pajamas, socks, underwear, and a clean shirt in his backpack. Then he added his flashlight, his racing cars, and his toothbrush and toothpaste. Very important to make sure you have everything. What about soap and shampoo? Does he need to take a shower? Red, Michael's dog, followed him when he brought his backpack downstairs. Michael hugged Red. Red's shiny fur felt very silky. "I'll be back soon," Michael said. Red whined and went to the door. My dog lifted her head when I did that. It's okay, Avery. I'm just reading a book. It's okay. All right. Mom held Red while Dad and Michael slipped outside. Michael felt bad. Red really wanted to come with him, but Michael knew he had to leave him behind. Dad walked Michael to Jim's house. It was at the end of the block. Jim and Michael played for the rest of the afternoon. That sounds like so much fun. They played catch. They raced their racing cars on Jim's track. And they played a video game. That sounds like a lot of fun. At dinner, Michael ate things he had never eaten before. One thing looked like a pine cone. It was called an artichoke. Jim showed Michael how to pull off the leaves and dip them in the butter. That sounds yummy. Have you guys ever ate an artichoke? I think they're pretty yummy. When the boys were in their pajamas, Jim's mother and father thought of a special treat. They let Jim and Michael pop some popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. The popcorn pushed up the foil top of the container like a silver balloon. Oh, that sounds like fun. I've never made popcorn like that. Have you guys ever made popcorn like that? Soon it was time for bed. Michael and Jim bounced on their beds. They laughed and laughed. Ha 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 ha. "Quiet down, boys," Jim's mother called from the doorway. "Go right to sleep now. No more playing." Jim and Michael dove under the covers and tried to stop their giggles. Hee 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 hee. Jim's mom put out the light. She left the door open a crack. "Are you awake?" Jim whispered in the darkness. "Yes, are you?" Michael whispered back. Michael and Jim whispered for a long time. This was one of the best parts of spending the night. Finally, Jim turned over and went to sleep. Michael's eyes were wide open. He missed his mom and Dad and Red. "I wish Red were here," he thought. But then Michael thought about all the fun he was having at Jim's house. He felt very grown up spending the He felt very grown up spending the night away from home. He snuggled down into the covers and fell asleep. You guys have a dog or a cat that you miss if you spend the night away from home? I have Avery and Rowena, my good girls right here. Suddenly, Michael sat up. His blanket had fallen on the floor, and he was cold. It was the middle of the night. Michael heard noises downstairs. He heard whining and scratching. He got out of bed. "Hey, Jim, listen to that," Michael said, shaking Jim's shoulder. "I think I heard Red." Jim got up too. Michael turned on his flashlight and the boys went downstairs. The scratching was coming from the back door. Jim turned the latch and opened the door. Red rushed in. "Red, why aren't you at home?" Michael asked. Red jumped up and put his paws on Michael's shoulders. Then he jumped down and danced around the kitchen. "Shh, come with us," said Michael. He and Red and Jim climbed the stairs. "Red must have missed me," Michael said when they got back to Jim's room. "He sleeps in my room at home. Let's make a bed for him between our beds." "Okay," said Jim. They pulled the pillows and the rest of the blankets down on the floor and curled up with Red. That looks so comfy. What do you guys think? The next morning, there was a knock at the bedroom door. "Your dad is on the phone," Michael called Jim's mom. Michael and Red got out of their warm nest and went downstairs to the phone. "Hello, Michael," said Dad. "Have you seen Red? He must have gotten out last night." Red stuck his face up to Michael's and licked him. "Stop it, Red. That tickles," said Michael. "He's here with me, Dad. Don't worry. We'll see you soon." You guys probably don't know what landlines are anymore. That's a landline connected to the house. After breakfast, Michael got ready to walk home. "Thank you for letting me sleep over," he said to Jim's mom and dad. Always thank the parents. That's always a polite thing to do. Come back soon," Jim's mom said. "I sure will," said Michael. He patted Red. "But next time, you stay home. Now I know I can visit overnight all by myself." Have you guys ever had a situation like that? That your doggy or kitty missed you and found you? And tell me about your best sleepover you've ever had. Have a good night. Bye.